EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
The first down.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
The Bears first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
First down.
That catch good for only a couple.
Number 34.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. Room here to run. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Travis Kelsey.
Give him 32 on the play.
They're moving the ball through the air pretty well on this opening drive, and to me it was evident that they were set on doing exactly that here to get this game started. And their belief and determination is certainly paying off.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Bradley McDougal.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Bradley McDougal that time able to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Lambo lining up.
Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
A 3-yard.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
And 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
57, Mike, 57.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
His kick.
And he's got it up and through.
That ties the game at 7. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Talking
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's good. 23 yards on the play. CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment it is. Congratulations. And he's still doing it. Still doing it at a high level.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. to throw again. Rodgers, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
For the point after.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
11 on the play.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
With the score tied 14-14.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bears have broken the tie.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Open man is Samuel, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
A first down carry for Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Saquon Barkley, the ball
That's a
carrier.
really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, bring it. Bring it.
From the 44, Rodgers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Barkley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
If they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Is good.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on third down. To throw is Rodgers. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Second and goal from the 1. And it'll be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to air one out, and this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A final shot before break. Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Recovered.
So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brought down at the 50.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This will be caught just inside the 10.
2nd down.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
First
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. Had a first down on that last catch as well. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
We'll see Kelsey in the slot to the left. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Josh Lambo.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy's steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers taking a shot for Samuel, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. 23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Josh Lambo.
Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As the Bears push further out in front. And this one through the uprights and good.
Bears 42, Ravens 28. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go too.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're Enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Bears.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1 yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
The second
and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down.
1st down, Bears.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
At the 28-yard
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And now here's a carry heading left. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
On the play. 1st down, Chicago.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
34.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
On the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Josh Lambo lining up.
Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Bears have broken the tie.
The kick
And his kick is good.
makes the score Bears 49. Ravens.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, take 26.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, 1st down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Josh Lambo.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it'll be second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play. First down. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
34.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Second down pass.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Lambo on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 23-yard line.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
To throw is Rodgers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Today's final score, Bears 59.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.